CBS News senior national security analyst Fran Townsend served 13 years in the Justice Department. She was Homeland Security advisor to President George W. Bush. Fran, good morning.
Good morning, John.
In terms of what the FBI is saying here, at one point there were questions about whether sources and methods and intelligence would be revealed. And then the FBI said, after looking at the memo, the FBI said, we have grave concerns about material omissions of fact. So is the FBI saying that sources and methods are in danger, or just that the memo has bad information in it?
I think it's both. I think what they're saying is both. They are concerned about sources and methods. Part of that, John, is for them to rebut what is the contents of the Nunes memo would require them to reveal sources and methods. So their hands are tied. And this is part of the difficulty of this. I think we have to remember the Nunes memo is an advocacy piece. It's not a fact piece. This is Chairman Nunes's summary of what he believes the abuses are, but for that reason, it's one-sided. My understanding from sources inside the FBI is that Director Wray is prepared to rebut, if the White House decides to release the Nunes memo, Director Wray is prepared to issue a rebuttal. And so the question is, what will that contain? Does that tee up a real confrontation between the White House and the FBI?
Well, that's extraordinary that the current, what you're reporting is that the FBI director may release an alternative memo. Why would they want to do that? What's the importance of that?
Well, look, they're under fire. And in fairness to the FBI, I mean, they feel under siege. This is the tearing down of a respected institution. Look, institutions are made of people, right? And people make mistakes. I'm not suggesting that they've never made a mistake. But understand what this process is. I ran this unit in the Justice Department that got the FISA warrants. There's multiple internal reviews in the FBI. There's a legal review at the Justice Department. It goes to the Attorney General, or in this case, the deputy who reviews it. And then it goes to an independent federal judge who looks at it. No FISA warrant relies on a single piece of evidence. Right. So if the allegation from Chairman Nunes is that they relied solely on the Steele dossier, that's not possible. It never happens. There would have been multiple pieces of evidence.
In other words, one partisan or bad apple inside that cannot make a FISA warrants become call up surveillance.
That's exactly right, Norah. It doesn't work that way. Right. And I think, look, if Chairman Nunes wants to have his memo released, I don't understand if he's confident in it. Why wouldn't you release Adam Schiff, the Democrats' response to that, and have it all out there then?
Well, the White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders has said that the president has confidence in the FBI director and the rank and file. But when you're a little kid and your mom says actions speak louder than words, do the president's actions tell a different story about the confidence he has in the FBI?
Well, my mother used to say, Gayle, I don't like the act, but I love the person. So, I mean, it's possible that the president respects Chris Wray, the director of the FBI, but disagrees with some of the actions there. But I do think that this acrimony, this public acrimony, really only benefits our enemies and adversaries. And so the president, the White House, and the FBI they're going to have to find a path forward where they can work together, and it's not clear right now that they're doing that.
Fran, can you give us a little context on McCabe? There's these reports that they delayed, after seeing there were a new batch of Hillary Clinton emails, that they delayed before announcing it to Congress. I've been told it was Department of Justice procedure, FBI procedure, to be sensitive about things that might actually affect the outcome of an election. So if there was a delay, is that something sinister, or is that just the normal prudence and caution they would have taken?
Well, you're quite right, John. There is Justice Department internal guidelines not to take public action that may affect the outcome of an election when you get close. But my understanding here from sources inside the FBI was initially they believed there might have been as many as 600,000 emails, some of which may have been classified, and there would have had to have been an entire process to review that. We know now there weren't that many, but you could understand them treading pretty cautiously and legally, frankly. Did they need to get a warrant, additional search warrants to touch those emails and review them? Were they classified? And so, look, I think we shouldn't attribute malice where it might have just been bureaucratic caution.
We always hear about public fatigue on this, but this is very important what is happening, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Fran.
Fran, always good to have you here. Thank you so much.